here we are. Right there is the bay. And we're about kind of mid-island here. Publix is right over here. If you look, turn around, you see those two blue buildings? The Publix is right next to those. So this is another one of those situations that's going to keep getting flooded over and over and over, and people just get sick and tired of it. So on this one, we don't know what we're going to get inside. We're going to go in and check it out. Talon just let me know we're taking this one down, and this is a really good location on the island, about midway. You got the water right here, the water right there, and the beach is a football field that way. All right, let's go see what we got getting into here. All right, here we go. All right, so drum roll, please. So what a shame. It's a nice house.
You can't smell it too hot.
What a shame. Yeah, does it smell bad in here? Huh? Like, yeah. All right, so basically at this point, what I'm looking at, what we're gonna get. So this tub, these are typically, they're plastic. They look like they're ceramic, but they're not. That's a good find. These windows, the sliders, those windows, these are not old at all. As far as the rest of this furniture and stuff, I don't know if we're getting it or not. At this point, Talon hasn't told me that we're not taking anything. So the pool's staying, the house is going. So if you notice, they got the pavers stacked up back there, so they took the pavers off the driveway, saving themselves some money, and they stacked it up so it would be out of the way. And then you got this window here, another window, another window. The toilets we're not keeping. We just can't sell them for some reason. Even when we sell them really cheap, we still can't sell them. I don't know why. I blame it on Home Depot. They started selling toilets for $100. I guess people would rather have a $100 cheap toilet than pay $50 for a $500 one. So if we get all this furniture, this is a big deal. This is a big deal. This is a nice little desk table. These uppers, that's something we can sell. We'll take the exterior door. We got sliders there, sliders here. Somebody took the tub out of here. This was another one of those probably fancy tubs. This is a lady that called us based off of our YouTube stuff that we're doing. So that's really cool. So window, now this window here, the seal's blown. You could tell because that's what happens when the seal gets blown. That's the gas that's inside. These windows right here could get wet a bunch of times, as long as they're not getting forced on by the water. You know, and in this case, the water on this last time, I don't know if let's look for a water line. We'll see how much water they got. So things that I'm looking at, when I'm looking at one of these, I'm looking at all the salvageable stuff. That's copper, that's copper, that's copper. So this is all stuff that we can repurpose. We're gonna pull all this wiring out since it's opened up and easy to get to. If we had to tear the walls out to get to it, it really wouldn't make sense because the labor would overshadow the profit. So you got these things here. You use it as a laundry tub here. So if we're getting that, that's going to go in my house. So back in here in the garage, we got all kinds of doodads. We get doodads all the time. So we'll get up in the attic here and we'll see if there's anything in the attic that's special. So pretty much, so they boarded this up after Hurricane Ian, and they really haven't gotten back to this. And then again, a lot of people are changing their minds about redoing these houses because we keep getting flooded. So a house like this, elevated, this is a great location because a storm comes 1% of the time, and no big deal. It washes in your garage, it washes out, you spray it out, and you're done. But when you got this situation, what you're ended up with is you're ended up having to redo it, and then redo it, and then redo it, and then redo it. And you'll watch one of our other videos we're just put out, you'll see where we got 13 of ours flooded. Even though this is a pain in the butt, it's really, they're so small, turning them around and renovating them again is it's not crazy. See the water line on the window, that's what we got. And we'll come in here with Clorox and kill everything, and then we'll just put it back together. The water got up to high enough that we're going to go ahead and change all the receptacles out. We took the kitchen cabinets out, the bottom ones. These are brand new cabinets. It's still kind of wet, so we'll leave the air conditioning running for a few more days before we start putting this one back together. Now, some of them got flooded this much. Mine got flooded that much. The others got flooded this much, and some of them got flooded that much. But that's just taking all the drywall and the baseboards out, but it's still a pain in the butt. It ruins all the furniture. Anything salt water gets on, it ruins. It just straight ruins it. It's not any good anymore. So that door is another thing that we're going to keep. The pool on this one, let's go look at the pool. So the pool is, on this one, we are going to keep the pool. So what we need to do when we're working on this, let's go on outside. So what we're going to do working on this one is we'll go and we will, we'll get here and we'll go down and get to the footer. The footer, there's going to be a footer underneath this too. It's going to be about this wide, about 2 foot by 2 foot. We'll pull that footer out and there'll be a footer all the way around here and all the way up through here. So I don't know if Talen's got it in the bid or not, but he probably has us stacking the rest of these up and putting them over here for him. So this is a new pool. It's not very old. You could tell by the style of it. Somebody retrofitted it temporarily to keep it clean. That's what that is. That's why it's so ugly. Look at the ducks. So look at this. So this house has water on both sides of it. So and right now, you look at how high up the seawall is over there. That one's about 1.5 feet higher than the other seawalls, and that's where all the seawalls are going to go to. So all these houses like these here, those are probably, I don't know this for a fact, but probably flooded. My house is about the same elevation as those. I got about 1 inch. So let's go walk around, see if there's anything else around here that we might be able to salvage. So there's really not, we don't want to go through their construction fence. There will definitely, this window will keep, that one got busted. There's really no landscaping here to speak of. Got some aloe plants, we might keep those. And we'll keep that door too. It looks like it's wood, but it's metal. And they take the hurricane stuff pretty well. So these are vinyl, they're not very old, and we'll definitely take these out. These we'd ask, you know, between $2,500 and $3,000, $3,500 for them. All right, Hudson, come on this way. I'm gonna shut this up. So the hood that's above what would have been their island, we'll take that. We'll take these lighting fixtures. We're gonna grab all this wire that they have, this extra wire hanging out. I don't think that we're gonna take the front door. This one doesn't look like it's, it just doesn't look like it's very nice. It's not up to code. I'm not sure if it's hurricane rated. So now let's look at something else here. You see these things here? These are called Bahama shutters. And we have dealt with Bahama shutters a lot. And guess what we learned not to do? We learned not to deal with Bahama shutters. They are so hard to sell. They're just so custom that you can't hardly sell them. You know, it takes you 2 years to sell something like that. I just don't have the room for it. One of these days, somebody's going to donate a Walmart-sized building to us, and we'll be able to carry everything we possibly can. That is a good find. I suspect that some of this stuff's going to walk off before we get started. So somebody took the time to take that out. But this is a good find. This is probably something we'd ask probably $5.99 for it. Probably about $1,200. Same thing with this, really nice, probably a $300 fan. We could probably get 50 bucks out of it. Same thing with that one. Pretty much it. So that's what we have on this one. So it's a pretty good one as far as depending on what we get. I believe we're getting everything that's left. So it's Remove It Pros Demolition. Hey, leave us a comment, subscribe, share. We appreciate you. We've grown tremendously this last year. We've had some crazy videos pop off. Oh my God, look at the thickness of this steel. Look at that. So this steel is supporting that building who failed. If you look right here, the building failed. And if you look over here, it dropped about 1 inch. Enough to knock this corner off. So enough to make it so cost it's not cost effective to put the building back together. But if you look at this whole structure, look at all the wood down on the ground, look at these gigantic steel beams. So they literally jack this up just a smidge, put this stuff in, and drop the building back down on it. And this is supporting the weight of this whole corner. This stuff, crazy expensive. It's repurposing demolition, and this is why this building has to be torn down. We just like sharing this very interesting stuff that we run into. You know, I'm a hillbilly, I grew up with nothing, so all this stuff just blows my mind. I'm like, are you kidding me? I get that tub for free? You know, really not free. We're set up to handle it, but we're not gonna take it to the dump, which is the big thing. Same thing like that stainless steel thing there. That's gonna, if I end up getting that, I put that in my house, awesome. I put a little cheap one in there waiting for something like that to show up. So again, it's repurposing demolition, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed what you saw, please subscribe and leave us a like. I will see you on the next video.